doggy. It is hot today in Texas, let me tell you. And I'm working. Check it out. It's the beginning of cabinets for my truck. I got the cabinets. I'll show them to you guys here in a little bit, but I'm gonna leave the bunk folded up. I've run a couple of 2x4s across here. Here's one piece of plywood. You can see the refrigerator is now up there instead of being over here in this cubby. I did have to get a new refrigerator because the other refrigerator is busted, so it's not working. But yeah, that's the beginning so far. I gotta bring another piece of wood like this in here and fit it on that side and cut it out. And you can see the mess I'm making on the bed. But I'm gonna take all that stuff home and wash it anyway, so whatever. I built this. That's the top cabinet. Those are the bottom cabinets. There's two across the bottom. But I built all of this. It looks home built too, so I mean, don't try to lie to me that it doesn't look home built, because it does. But yeah, this is what I wanted. Put some cabinets. That's the bunk up there. I just folded it up. I was gonna take video of it all, but I kind of got distracted just doing it. And it's done now. So, but yeah, and my bed's still here underneath, you know, everything. I gotta take all the blankets out, do everything. My brother's here. Say hi, brother. He has a channel. What is it?
It's called Twisted Fixins, where we twistedly fix things. I mean, no, it's a food channel.
Yeah, yeah. He just cooking. So I
weird cooking. And
I don't do cooking, but he does cooking.
Yeah, you know, just go watch it. Shit happens. Yeah. New stuff. Sometimes I got fish and frogs on there.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, built this. Cabinets are built. I will tell you guys more about it later. Thanks, brother. He has to say that.
I mean, I do.
He's required to, by law.
Required, by force.
By law.
I'm scared.
Are we recording? Are we recording? That's right, we are recording. So, I have changed the view, but the reason I've changed the view is because my RAM mount, which is a really good mount, by the way, and it comes on this, but I'll show it to you guys here in a minute. But my RAM mount fell off the window. And I keep having problems with my mounts falling off the window, which keeps pissing me off. So I'm tired of dealing with it. And when I got this truck, it had a mount on the dash for a RAM mount. And so I took that off because that's where I mounted my GPS, was on the dash right there. Well, of course, that has been, it's been working great because it's solid on the dash and everything. But the problem that I ran into was that I kept, you know, when I bought this RAM mount, I thought, oh, it's going to hold on to the window no matter what for the rest of eternity. And of course it didn't, it fell today. And I'm tired of things falling off of that mount. And I use it for music, this is where my phone goes, I use it for music, I use it to talk to you guys, you know, all kinds of different stuff. And as much as I'd like to have it up there on the window, it just wasn't going to be conducive. And I may change it again, I don't know, but I mounted it. Let me show you guys what I did. But let me show you else what I did in the truck too. Hold on. All right, so this is where I mounted it. You can see the RAM mount that was originally up here and everything. And it was down here behind there it is right there. You can see the holes. It was down behind the GPS. And so I put the GPS here because it's got a mount or whatever. You can see the dog hair. I need to clean back there. Anyway, and everything. But I put it here. But instead it was right up there on the window, which my window needs to be cleaned, I know. So anyway, so that's that. Cleaned the truck this weekend. Did a really good job. But the other thing I did this week, I spent a week at home, was I put in this. That's right, cabinets in my truck. So I built the shelf that you see. I have moved the refrigerator from there. From here up to there. It is held in place with a couple of screws because that's the best way I could figure out how to do it. But it's through the feet. Basically, it kind of hits the feet. But I just needed more storage space. So I built this nice shelf and everything. And that's pretty much it. So, alright, so you can see that the bunk is still here. It's just folded up against the wall. And then I built the shelf on the supports for the bunk bed, and I did screw into them. There's two 2x4s. Let's see if you can see the one in the back there, holding them in place. And then I ran this plywood, this piece of plywood that I bought. I ran 3 runners here, here, and on the end down there to secure it a little bit better. And then I built this, I cut this piece in 2. It's not very well done. I'm not gonna say it's perfect because I'm not a carpenter, but I cut this piece in 2, put it up here, and then I cut out this notch so I could sit down in there pretty well. And then here's one cabinet. You can see got cleaning supplies, and there's my camera, there's my little stove, here's some books that I have, here's just paper towels out the wazoo basically. Mom, there's stuff that when you everything shifts, so when you open the doors, stuff falls out, and everything. So, and then I bought these little clip things here. You see they've got a little like corner piece, and when you close it, it sticks right between, basically it sticks right in the corner there. So you can kind of see how it works. There you go. Anyway, that's holding the doors closed when we go down the road. In this one, I have like my medical stuff. So I have, you know, I have all kinds of, like, you know, Band-Aids and some medications and stuff like that, and Pepto-Bismol, and there's some rubbing alcohol, and some other extra stuff here and there. I didn't want to put a lot of heavy stuff above my head. See if I can get this one to work properly, because in case it decided to come down in the middle of the night while I was sleeping. This one, again, so this is, it's not heavy stuff, but here's all my hats here. Here's my old phone mount, but here's my hats, you know, and everything. Here's it's my toiletry bag, and then some extra stuff that's sticking around. And I got a new phone too, so and everything. But that's pretty much it. And then I put the refrigerator up here. It's got a screw through this foot here, and then I put 2 screws here to kind of hold it in place so it didn't like slide too much. So if it slides forward, it's just gonna hit those screws. So, and that's what I did. And then the cat's toy hangs down like so. She could play with it. Her food is now back here. I did have it up here in this cabinet, but I needed that cabinet again, so I got that. Her little bed is still up there. She can get to that. She's not too happy with me right now, right, Trixie? Because I changed things. She hates it when I change things. But yeah, but otherwise it really opened up the floor. That's my trash can. It's easy. There's like $2-3 or whatever. So you get 3 of them for 10, I think. And I got 3 of them, and that just works out really well. But my CPAP machine, my water for my CPAP machine. I've got some extra stuff to do. Like, I don't know what to do with that little thermos there, but I got to figure out what to do with it. And then you've got some wiring and stuff back there I've got to figure out what to do with. And then here this is where I'm gonna put the I'm thinking about getting another cabinet and staining it, and then just having like pull-out drawers. So I'll have a pull-out drawer that has a sink in it, and then the water tank will actually go up here in this corner. And what I'll do is I'll run a hose between there and the pasture door, and there's Pepper guarding the truck. But anyway, let me turn you guys around. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll put a water tank up here, and then I'll run a hose, 2 hoses. You want to run 2 hoses. One to fill it up with, and one for overflow. Because you don't know when it's going to be full. If you're standing outside by the door, and it's back here, how are you ever going to know it's full? So you run 2 hoses. One is to fill it up, and then when it gets to the point that it's full, it starts to overflow down the hose, and just empty right here when I have the door open. And I'll move the 2 hoses out, and that's how that's going to happen. And then I'll have gravity feed water down to here, and I'll have a drawer that pulls out with a sink in it. And then it'll just drain out onto the ground somewhere. I mean, it's going to be water anyway, so what's the big deal? I might have some soap in it, but I'll start using biodegradable soap when I do that. And then if I could figure it out, if I can get it done, what I'll do is I'll get like a short cabinet that goes in here, like it has an opening in the bottom for like pots and pans, and then I'll get the top part. I'll get like extenders, like extra extenders to extend it a little bit. And so the idea is it'll slide out in front of me right here where I can work, and then it'll have like the ability to pull a cooktop down and put it here, and then the sink will be here, the sink will be over here, and the cooktop will be here or something like that. So I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of it. Everything else is in place. It's all organized. The floor is clean. I can easily lift up the bed. I don't have stuff like at either end of the bed trying to like, you know. So this is just, I like it. I really do. This is what I wanted. So it's a little tight when I lay down. So like I said, it's a little tight when I lay down because like I'm laying down and that's right where the cabinet is. So there's probably maybe a foot between like my face and the cabinet, but you know, like what are you gonna do? So I wanted it moved back a little more, and you can see there's some space back here for it, like right in this area or whatever, but I thought it wouldn't fit, and so it actually looks like it will fit, because you can see it sticks out here and it probably would have slid to there. So I don't know about the other end, whether or not it would do that or not, but well, that's kind of it. So there you go. Now you've seen what I've done to my truck and how I fixed it up and everything. I mean, it took me a day to do this. I'm not a carpenter. I just have some experience working with wood. So that's why I was able to do it. But anyway, that's it. Keep shining side up. So, you know, I think I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to let the dog bark. I'm going to take a nap. It's going to be good. I'll see y'all later.